What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. We're going to do a quick recap of the Friday, August 6th MLB games. We got 15 of them, so lots to talk about. Short period of time. I'm going to try and do it somewhat quick. We have some big games, of course. The Phillies win yesterday, take over the division. Toronto Jays, Yankees all both win in that NL or AL wildcard race as well as AL division. Rays win, getting their division lead a little bit bigger, and Cincinnati Reds win and all that fun stuff. Lots of teams winning in key spots, so we're going to jump into it right off the bat, starting with the White Sox Cubs. This was the matinee game, and the White Sox they've looked a little struggly, of course, as of late. So them picking up a win here, it was extra innings, but them picking up a win here, very key for them. They had gotten out to a 4-1 lead going into the bottom of the eighth. The Cubs put up a 3 spot, basically off of their ex-closer, Craig Kimbrell, who came in there and blew the lead. A lot of questions what's going on there, but I'm sure everything's straightened up. We had Hernandez hitting his 19th home run for the White Sox, as well as Goodwin his 7th, coming in extra innings. Romine hits his first, and Schwindler hits his second in extras as well for the Cubs. Hendricks goes 6, 2 earned runs, 7 Ks, while Lynn goes 6, 1 earned run, 8 Ks. Both these starters, of course, going deep, doing well, quality starts, but it's the bullpen that's coming in, and Craig Kimbrell gets charged with his 3rd blown save of the season, which actually surprised me as that many. 1.14 ERA now, but luckily he gets bailed out in that 4th inning with a 2-run shot by Goodwin, plus a couple extra runs for the White Sox, and they pick up a much needed win. They get up a couple runs in that 10th as well, so like even Hendricks, I guess Hendricks was in for the 9th, but between Kimbrell and Hendricks, White Sox escape with this one with a nice win, so at least they escape with it. A lot of concern there. Rays 10, Orioles 6, and this game was all Orioles early, 5-2, basically halfway through, but as soon as John Means comes out, the bullpen comes in, and that's when the Tampa Bay Rays get to work. Cruz had a 2-hit, 5 RBI night, hitting his 22nd home run in that 6th inning, which tied it up 5-5 at the time, off of Green. Franco also had a nice night, 2-hit, a couple of RBIs as well. It was the bullpen, like I said, that was an issue. Severino for the O's hits his 9th, Hayes his 12th, both coming off Yarborough to give them that lead, who went 5 earned runs, 4 Ks. Means went 5, 1 earned run, and 5 Ks, but he was up to 94 pitches, and coming off the injury, I guess they didn't want to send him out for the 6th, and they send the bullpen in, and we all know how that usually ends for the O's, and that's exactly how it ended. So the Rays win, and with Boston's loss, they are now 2.5 games up on the division. Phillies 4, Mets 2, and a big win for the Phillies with Gibson on the mound and one of their biggest trade acquisitions. Harper playing a big part of this game as well. He hit his 19th home run coming in that 8th inning, which is 2-run bomb, which ends up being the difference in this game because the Mets did put up an extra one in the 9th, but it's far too late. Phillies had went out to an early lead, but the Mets answered right back, so it was 1-1 for a majority of the game. Villar hits his 11th innocent home run in that 9th inning, and Gregorius had one early, his 10th of the season. Stroman goes 5, 2 earned runs, 5 Ks. He's going to get the loss because he did give up an extra run in that 5th inning as well, which put his team behind 2-1. And Gibson goes 6, 1 earned run, and 3 Ks. There's a chance here in that 3rd inning where the Mets had the bases loaded with no out, and they only scored the 1 run. So really, they have no one to blame but themselves for their season falling apart down the stretch here. Yankees 3, Mariners 2. This game was a pitcher's duel and ended up being an extra innings battle, 1-1 by when all said and done. It was Seattle who had a 1-0 lead in that 6th inning. No home runs coming in this one, but the RBI coming off the bat of J.P. Crawford for Seattle, and then New York Yankees, they have Gardner score in that 8th inning off Stanton with 2 outs, was very, very much needed. Oh no, it wasn't Stanton who hit that one in. It was Gardner who hit the pinch hit RBI, and then Stanton ends up winning the game in this game in extra innings. The extra innings were long, slow pitches. The Yankees were using their bullpen this game. They went through 9 pitchers, and there's a point where they basically had 2 pitchers left. If this game went any longer, they would have had to went to Chapman, who had 30 pitches the night before. Marco Gonzalez on the other side went 6.20 earned runs, 5 Ks. He couldn't quite get out of that 7th inning. Castillo goes in again and blows another save, so he's up to 4 blown saves. That's back-to-back blown saves for him for the Mariners. Not quite the clutch pickup they thought he would be. Blue Jays 12, Red Sox 4. The Red Sox were out early in this one, 2-0. And as a Jays fan watching this one very closely, of course, a little bit concerned that they weren't going to be able to come in. But Recchi gives up, before we get to that, they were up 2-0, and then the Blue Jays came to bat, and they batted around in that 5th inning, putting up 9 runs and chasing Eovaldi and all the fun stuff in there. This game eventually ended with a position player in there pitching in 12-2, and Gurriel Jr. hits his 12th home run. It's the only home run of the game. There's a lot of doubles coming out of the Blue Jays camp, and if you can see here, pretty much everyone getting multi-hit games, except, believe it or not, Vladimir Guerrero gets held hitless. Did get a walk, but he got held hitless on the game. Renfroe hits his 18th of the season in that 6th inning to bring it to 9-4, but that's as close as they will get. Valdi goes 4.2, 7 earned runs, 4 Ks in the loss, and Manoah 5, 2 earned runs, 4 Ks in the win. But he left the game he was for sure not going in for the 6th when they're down 2-0, and the Jays bail him out, give him a nice win there. Indians 6, Tigers 1. This is the Cal Quantrill show. He went 7 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 10 Ks, shutting down the Tigers. Well, the offense came a little bit to play with Manning out there. 4 innings pitched, 6 earned runs. None of them are home runs. It was just the top of their offense. Basically, offense all through there getting it done. Miles Straw going 3 hits, 2 RBIs at the top of the lineup for the Indians. They're still below 500, and for whatever reason, someone pointed out to me, and it's very true, that the Indians just seem to have the Tigers number year after year. It doesn't really matter what's going on. 15 hits for them. Not a whole lot of action. Most of them all the runs coming in the 3rd and 4th innings. Another blowout kind of game here. We had the Reds 10, Pirates 0. Reds just immediately got out to 7 runs in that 1st inning and a couple more in the 2nd to get a 9-run lead. Barnhart hits a 3-run bomb in that 1st inning, his 6th. Winker in the 2nd inning puts his 22nd, and India even adds a solo shot in the 6th inning, which puts them to 10 at the time. Mike Moustakas is back in the lineup. He's batting 5th, and he had a 3-hit, 2 RBI night, so I know the Reds are excited. This offense is definitely one of the top in the National League, and when they get the pitching like they did last night, Wade Miley goes 7, 0 earned runs, 5 Ks. They're going to be a threat, and they're catching up. The Padres lost as well last night. I think they're 3.5, something like that, out of the wild card, so don't look now, but the Reds are making a run at it. 5 innings pitched, 8 earned runs, and 5 Ks for Brubaker. It's not a good outing for him. Moving along, another team very much in the race. We got the Atlanta Braves 8, Nationals 4. Braves are now 2 games above 500. Might be the most games above 500 they've been. They might have been this, but another win, and they're going to definitely be up there. The Braves got out immediately to a nice early lead. No home runs off of either team, so the Braves are basically generating this. They put out 2-0, but Nationals did answer back, and going into the bottom of the 5th, they were up 3-2, but the Braves offense came alive and put up 3 of their own, and then later in the 8th put up another 3 to really ice this one for a nice win that they really needed. Freeman leading the way, 3 hits, 2 RBIs, and Austin Riley continues to be super hot and a very clutch 3rd baseman. 2 hits, 2 RBI night for him, and Adam Duvall showing he's a big ad with a 2-hit, 3 RBI himself. So just the core part of that lineup really coming through for the Braves. On the other side, it was really just the middle of the lineup, not 2-1. No one really stepping up their game too much. Fede goes 4.2, 4 runs, 3 Ks, and Muller 4.2, 3 runs, 3 Ks. Both these guys are going to get Muller's going to get the no decision. I guess Fide's going to get charged with it. He couldn't quite get out of that 5th inning where they gave up 3 runs. And the Braves, again, coming up with a clutch win. Twins 5, Astros 3. This one went to extras after the Astros were at 3-0 pretty early in this game. After 4 innings, they're up 3-0. Jones hit his first home run of the season. McCormick hits his 11th both the leading to all the runs that the Astros put up early. Alvarez had a 3-hit RBI night, but then the Twins poured it on. 2 runs in the 5th, 1 run in the 6th. Garver hitting his 13th home run of the season, a solo shot in that 5th, which contributed. And then we're 3-3 going to extras. And in the 10th inning, they exchanged the runs, as most teams tend to do in that 10th inning. But in the 11th, they put up 1 while the Astros get shut out when Minaya comes in for 1.1 innings and gets 2 strikeouts and closes the door for them. Twins playing spoiler. That's all they can really do at this point in the season. And I said it yesterday, not that you can spoil the Astros, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. They very well could. Never know. Brewers 2, Giants 1. This game was pitcher's duel. Nonetheless, not a whole lot of offense. 1-1 going into the extras, where the Giants got shut out, and then Rowdy Tellez hits home the game-winning hit. He definitely had a big celebration there. Brewers get out with Alvis Garcia's 19th home run coming in that 2nd inning, gave them a 1-0 lead, and then Brandon Belt answers in the 6th with no out off of Corbin Burns, his 12th. So it's just 2 solo shots that put up the runs during the real game. Burns goes 7, 1 run, 5 Ks, and Webb goes 6, 1 run, 9 Ks. Both these starting pitchers, quality starts, good outings. Got to be pumped about that. Milwaukee was, of course, concerned. They're bullpenning a lot of guys dealing with COVID, so we got Broxberger and Williams out there closing the door, and then Suter comes in the extra innings and closes the door even more. Garcia is going to get charged with the loss here, but he's given up the unearned run that we know and love from extra innings. Cardinals 4, Royals 2. I didn't have a lot of vision on this game. To me, it's 2 teams that are pretty much out of it. But Cardinals pick up a win, getting 4-0 about halfway through, giving up a couple runs. O'Hearn getting in there with a nice triple. I guess he led the way for his team, 2 hits, 1 RBI. And then Goldschmidt and O'Neill hitting, both of them hitting their 18th home run of the season, 1 coming in the 1st, 1 coming in the 4th. And O'Neill had a 4-hit RBI night, which helped carry the Cardinals. Wainwright continues to just be amazing at home at the very least. It's been a very good season, completely under the radar. Not a lot of people talking about it, but 7 innings pitched, 206 Ks for him, picking up his 10th win, and Minor goes 5, 407 Ks in the loss, his 10th loss. Wainwright eats up 96 pitches, and the Cardinals, they're almost back to 500 again. Rockies 14, Marlins 2. Not a whole lot to say here. It's just a big pummeling. After 4 innings, it was 11-0 after the Rockies had put up a 9 spot in that 4 inning. CJ Cron, multi-home run night. He's up to 16. And we got Blackman hitting his 7th. Diaz hitting his 13th. McMahon his 18th. So home run ball for Rockies. Blackman's slowly getting the average up. He's 272 now. 2 hit, 2 RBI night. Definitely keep an eye on that. 2 hit, 4 RBI. CJ Cron for both his home runs. And Hilliard had a 3-hit night. So on the other side, Rojas hits his 6th. And that's basically it. The Marlins were shut out until the 7th inning in Rocky Stadium. It's basically the bottom of the lineup here, getting all the hits, with Rojas getting the RBI after they got on base. Alcantara goes 3.2, 10 earned runs, and giving up 3 home runs. I believe this is probably one of his first starts in Rocky Stadium, so it's always an adjustment for some of these pitchers. Doesn't surprise me he gets beat around like that, whereas Marquez is a pro. He went 6, no earned runs, 7 Ks, 10th win of the season for him. Big win for the Rockies, showing their dominance over the Marlins. Athletics 4, Rangers 1. And given the past week, the Athletics have continued to, they've been keeping a good pace in this wildcard division. I think after hearing me say that their spot is the one that's up for grabs, they're like, hold my beer, we're going to make someone else up for grabs. In this case, it's soon going to be Boston. They're only 2.5 games, or it's probably 2 games now at this point, away from passing Boston for that first wild card spot. And they pick up a nice win here. Getting an early lead, they give it up right away back to them when Kin Falafa had a 3-hit RBI night in there. They shut him out in extras. This one went 11 innings. Both teams were shut out in 10th, and in the 11th, the Rangers were shut out before. Starling Marte goes up to bat with 2 on, no out. So they walk the first guy, and then Marte comes up. Obviously, one of the big ads at the trade deadline. He has a nice 3-run bomb to walk off the A's for a big win. Laureano, a big story here. He is now suspended for 80 games due to PED issues, so there's going to be some concern there. Looks like Josh Harrison was in there playing left field, third base, and all that fun stuff. Bassett goes 7, 1 earned run, 8 Ks, and every time I look, Bassett is going 7 innings strong and putting up a great outing for Oakland. So they very much possible, like with the American League having the Cy Young pretty wide open, he is definitely a candidate. Fulte goes 6, 1 earned run, 2 Ks on the other side for a better outing than we're used to seeing from Fulte. End of the day, A's pick up a nice needed win. Angels 4, Dodgers 3. This one, another extra innings game. What's that make? 5 extra inning game on the night. Dodgers let one get away from them here, but seems like they're just matching whatever the Giants do lately. So for the Giants fans, that's nice because they're not making up any ground. But for Dodgers fans, they're not making up any ground. They're up 2-0 before the Angels put up 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th off of Iglesias home run and a Mayfield home run. So 2 solo shots going to be what powers the Angels into extras where they put up 2 runs. And the Dodgers only answer with 1. The Dodgers didn't put up any home runs in this one. It was just kind of sporadic offense. Mookie Betts 2-hit RBI night, and here they have him getting pinch hit. I don't know. When I was watching a little bit of this game, I saw him running after he scored a run, and he didn't look like he kind of looked a little agitated, a little hurt. So I don't know if this had to do with extra innings and just the way the lineup was or whatnot. But it does look like Bellinger got 2 at bats, so they missed out on 2 Mookie at bats. So I would think it's something to do with an injury. Price goes 5, 2 earned runs, 4 Ks. Gonna get the no decision. And Price, of course, has to eat up some innings here. 62 pitches, though, to go 5. Pretty solid, very efficient. Of course, a couple home runs being the difference and blowing from him getting the win. Sandoval goes in on the other side, 5, 2 earned runs, 4 Ks. He's been LA's best pitcher. But a rough loss for the Dodgers. But on the bright side for them, Diamondbacks 8, Padres 5. The Padres also lose, so everyone in the National League West on the losing end, and the Padres were up 5-0 after 2 in this one. Grisham had hit his 12th home run, a 2-run bomb, and they had just piled on quite a few runs from pretty much the middle of their order, getting all scoring these runs in the top. But Diamondbacks, they just jump all over Weathers in that 3rd and 4th inning. Again, no home runs, just multiple hits. Nick Ahmed leading the way, 2 hits, 3 RBIs, and 2 hits coming from Marte. But it must have been like a bases clearing double for Ahmed to get that 22nd double of the season. Caleb Smith goes 1.15 earned runs, so they chase him really quick before Peacock comes in and cleans up the scraps, 4.2 innings. Weathers goes 3, so they actually keep him in for both those innings, giving up 6 earned runs. And then Stammen comes in and gives up a couple more earned runs, so pitching is definitely being a concern for the Padres going into the late parts of this. Losing the Diamondbacks while the other 2 teams lose is definitely a little heartbreaking. They are on the edge too, like the Reds are catching up to them. The Reds win, and so they got to be a little bit worried. And coming into the season, if we were going to be talking about the Padres having pitching issues, I thought we would be crazy, but that seems to be the case. While these playoff races just heat up, it's going to be an exciting next month and a half of baseball. Let me know what you guys think, what you guys saw last night, and what you want to talk about going forward. And otherwise, we'll see you guys for the next video. Thanks for watching.